welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are going to have a very fun nursery tour. You get the dynamic duo together. Hey. You get Jerry and Jenny doing it together. Let's see, you've had Jenny all by herself for a very long time. Then you had Jerry by himself a couple weeks ago, which y'all just ate him up. And then last week we did kind of a split and split, which got great results. And then so today we're going to do it together because this is going to be our last nursery tour.
It's the last one for the season, and we'll crank it back up in February.
There you go. So
the last one for the season, and we're going to crank it back up in February because we'll open in February. Videos will still be going all the way through the winter.
Yes. So that's what I was getting ready to say.
I've had several comments. Oh my gosh.
We're going to miss you this winter.
Yes.
No.
We love you though. I appreciate that. But we will have videos every single week all the way through the winter.
Yes.
We have a lot of projects going on.
Just because the nursery is closing, so this Saturday, November the 19th, is the last weekend that the retail portion of Creekside Nursery is going to be open for the 2022 season. We will come back and the retail nursery will be open mid-February. It depends on the weather. If it's a pretty weekend, we'll be open. If it's snowy and icy, then we'll postpone it for another week. So mid-February is about when we will reopen. Videos and projects are not stopping, so you can still see Gardening with Creekside for 5 times a week, and we will keep you up to date with all the shenanigans going on.
So we're open this week, Wednesday through Saturday, 9 to 2. It is going to be cold when you first get here in the morning, but the good thing is, in here it's heated, so you'll be able to come and shop all these beautiful pansies. We've brought everything down that we have left that we were growing. So we have some yellows, and we have what they call the mixed blotch.
Yes.
On the other side, I think we've got some mixed clear. So show that guy off.
Look at that.
Man.
Look how gorgeous that is. Look at those beautiful, vibrant colors. The blotch is because it has that nice dark eye on it. So you can plant these as a mix, right? So in your containers or your landscape, you can put them as a mix. Or if you want to, you can buy this tray and then separate them by color.
Yeah, it's all 50% off.
Right.
You know, we're going to do the 4+ deal.
Yeah.
4+ deal is crazy, but we want them gone. So if you buy 4 more trays, they're $10 each, okay? So we just need them to go and move on to your home, and then we're going to plant the rest in the landscape.
Jenny can only plant so many pansies and violas here at the nursery. So we would rather you take these home and enjoy them and have beautiful things at your house and your garden, as opposed to me having pansies and violas coming out of my ear. So come get them. So they are $10 a tray. Can I say this again? Is that right?
Yep.
$10 a tray.
Yep.
If you buy 4 or more.
Yeah.
If you buy,
otherwise it's 50% off.
Otherwise it's 50% off. So if you buy 2 trays or 3 trays, then they're $16 a tray. If you buy 4 trays or more, then you get them at $10.
Yep.
So the gorgeous whites, I do love those whites that Jerry was showing you. I think the whites will stand out just as much as those vibrant yellows because it's that solid white together.
It's the clear mix.
Then this is the clear mix as opposed to the blotch because it's just the solid color and there's not that blotch in the middle. So that is what's going on with there. And then
we brought a few echinacea in over here. Just because we had to freeze last night into this morning.
Yes.
So I brought we have a few of the Adobe orange still that I showed you a couple weeks ago. They're here looking nice. I had a lot of folks taking advantage of the 50% off on these perennials. So these are 50% off.
These are fantastic echinacea. These are the ones, the Sombrero series along with some of the proven winners are the ones that I have in the backyard beds, and they have done, they're still trying to bloom, and we had a freeze last night. So super happy about those. And then the violas. So remember, all pansies are violas. However, not all violas are pansies because pansies were derived from violas. Violas are, they have a smaller bloom on them, but they have more blooms per plant. They're more cold tolerant, and then this variety is more heat tolerant. as well,
Yep.
right, Jer?
That's right.
Yes, so they will bloom more in the winter, where sometimes for us, because we are in North Carolina, Zone 7B, we can plant these now, pansies and violas, and they will go all the way through the spring before it gets too hot. We have to rip them out. But pansies typically will take a break in about January, February, which is our coldest time of the year, of course. Violas, they will bloom better in those colder months, and they will continue once the heat does come. They're more heat tolerant than other ones. So we've also got gorgeous Lenten roses, the hellebores. If you remember a couple of videos ago, I did this ivory prince. Really great, fantastic shade perennial. It is probably, next to a camellia, the only flower you're gonna get in the wintertime. So the hellebores are wonderful.
Look at these guys right
Zones
here.
4 to 9.
Little popping.
Little popping. So you got sprinter boxwoods, the jazz hands bold. Look how, that's what I love about bold. Look at that huge leaf on that thing. Just stunning, gorgeous.
That's kind of what I was talking about. This one's been in the greenhouse, so it's throwing out some new growth.
It's happy.
You know, so it's really happy. So, you know, winter is a time for planting shrubs, so come grab them. You know, we had a group from Kentucky Fried Chicken show up this morning.
That
They're
just sounds
redoing-
funny to say.
So if you're in Hickory on the Hildebrand location, they're redoing it. So they're putting in a bunch of plants. Some of those plants are from us. So they came and picked those up this morning.
At Kentucky Fried
At
Chicken.
Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yep.
There we go. Yeah, and then Megan, right here we've got some great perennials. So the perennials are, there's certain ones that are half off.
Certain ones,
Midnight Masquerade.
Midnight Masquerade, echinaceas.
Look at this. This is a
Still,
fantastic.
those are super nice.
Look at these. These are the Dolce Wildberry eucharas. Look at the color on that. It is like a silvery purple. This is a wonderful perennial for sun or shade. Now it says sun or shade, and its zones are in 4 to 9. So if you're in a zone 4, you can put this bad boy in full sun. If you're a zone 9, probably not so much. Even a zone 7, I'm not going to put this in the full sun. Like morning sun, afternoon shade. So depending on your zone will depend on your location in your yard. But a semi-evergreen for us, gorgeous paired. Even if you had it paired with this dianthus, isn't that beautiful?
4 to 9, folks.
There
4 to 9.
So extremely versatile, gorgeous colors
And
on it.
those are 50.
These are 50% off. This is the fruit punch. So we've got the fruit punch series, 50% off. And then mums, we've still got a couple of mums left.
We have a few mums. A lot of folks have taken advantage of the mums, and then they're roll. I think it's yellow that's left, and
Yeah.
a couple of reds here and there. So you want to go on the shrub lot?
Sure, let's go to the shrub lot.
Yeah. So with Kentucky Fried Chicken showing up today,
The Colonel.
they
He
were
himself
rolling
showed
through.
up.
We do have one ruby slippers left, so everyone that saw this in the nursery tour a couple of weeks ago has taken advantage of jumping out here and
Yes.
grabbing these.
So the Ruby Slippers is a very petite oak leaf, like 3 to 3.5 feet tall and wide. Gorgeous fall color, beautiful creamy white blooms. So
Yeah.
we've got one left.
We have one left. One left. We still have some the elderberry.
Limited lace.
Yep. And the mahonias
Yep.
looking
You
out.
can see the hibiscus are finally trying to give it up. I mean, we've only gone through 3 freezes and it's
Yeah.
almost Thanksgiving and they are still green. It's crazy.
Yeah, so what I was kind of a little fired up about was I only have 3 of the oak and hollies left, and we have sold the majority of them.
Woohoo! I only planted one, y'all. That's it. Everything else has gotten sold. Isn't that great?
Somebody please come grab the rest of these. These are so beautiful.
They are.
Yeah, the color is phenomenal.
But these are going to be full sun because I was about to,
Yeah.
a fellow was about to buy them. And we got through the whole discussion and he said something about going, well, this doesn't get much sun, so they'll be in the shade. And I was like, whoa, now. If they don't get the sun, then they're not going to have that gorgeous color. So
This one we
definitely
hadn't talked
need
about
the
too
sun.
much.
Do you see the roots on that thing?
Yeah. It's ready to go. Temple of Bloom. So for my artsy folks, you want to put one in the yard that has that different look to it. This is something that you could work on to help keep its shape as it starts to grow upward. Keep it pruned out down at the bottom, you know, and work on it as it starts to come up. So this is a excellent alternative to a crepe myrtle or something like that. Here in our area, it would be preferable in like morning sun and no afternoon sun, so that way that the leaves don't burn here.
And it's gonna be hardy in zones 5 to 9, about 6 to 10 feet tall.
Yeah, I just have found that just with ours in the can. It may be different once it's in the ground. We don't have one here in the landscape.
I was gonna put it in the berm and I ran out of room. So I need a new flower bed, please.
Yeah, okay. Oh.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I've already started to run out of room in the berm.
So we were rolling through a lot of the bold. We have more up at production.
Ooh, Italian ice.
Italian ice is a really good. I think some folks that were looking for this one, and it has been, we didn't have it at the time, so now you do. I think Jenny's grabbed the flower right there.
Yep, so this is the Oh So Easy Italian Ice Landscape Rose. If we can, got a bud that survived the freeze last night. So the Oh So Easy Italian Ice is going to be hardy in zones 4 to 9, and it's only going to be like 1.5 to 2.5 feet tall and wide. Gorgeous, beautiful flowers that are in that kind of that cream, that yellow, that pink range, very kind of cool colors. Beautiful, and it's starting to develop its little rose hips, so that will give you some fun interest in the winter as well.
I have a few sunshine ligustrums left. I've got to grab a few more of those for a landscape job that I need. You know, because we had some folks come through. We had a customer come in on Saturday, and they had a bermish area that they were building up, and it was really cool. We took the green velvet boxwood, lined it on both sides. They wanted everything low, so that was the first layer. Then window pane staggered in that was the purple daydream in behind there, and then they were gonna raise that middle portion up just a little bit more, and then we're using Firelight Tidbit, which I don't have any down here, but we have them up at production. We'll bring some down, coming out of the middle to the left and to the right of that. Coming out of the middle was the Puckster Blue Butterfly Bush.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so just kind of the flowers are gone. It's you know, it's winter, but the foliage is still there. It's very pretty.
Yeah. And the Pugsters for us in North Carolina will be a semi-evergreen. So it's really not going to get too much thinner than this. You could come in and deadhead those blooms if you wanted to. But yeah, so it's not going to go completely naked, and it'll be...
Yeah, this rascal's 2x2.
There you go. There you go.
You know?
Yeah, so a lot of people are asking, I just had somebody ask a question, you know, she's in Concord, right? So she's just less than an hour away from us, and she was like, I just didn't know if it was going to be too cold, when should I stop planting?
Winter's for planting.
And that's the thing, winter and fall gardening also, even, especially here in the South, right? Because our ground never really freezes. Now, if you're in somewhere really cold, right? Michigan or Maine or wherever your Chicago. If it's going to be cold and your ground freezes, obviously you cannot be putting plants in.
Maine.
Here in the South, doesn't happen.
No.
I mean, we get cold.
We get cold. There will be some periods here and there that we have to deal with and be watchful of what's going on. But it's not that, there are certain plants that
prefer warmer temperatures.
It's really just perennials, not the shrubs
and
trees.
So all that to say is, if you're in the southern warmer climates, you can be planting. In fact, this is your prime time to plant and get those guys in the ground.
Candy corn spirea right here is still holding on to its leaves through 3 freezes. I bet it's be interesting what it does by the end of the week once we get colder towards the end of the week. I saw one morning's 22. Woo. But is still holding on. I was at production. I don't have any down here right now, but the double play doozy was just as pretty as always.
Yeah, so our doozies in the backyard are doing well.
They say that they're deciduous, they lose their leaves, but they really are holding on. This plant is well worth being able to put into your landscape somewhere. And I know everyone wants like an evergreen or have some structure. You've got to find a place for candy corn spirea. We're just going to cut this down, you know, so you can grab these now, get them in the ground, use some biotone in the bottom of the hole, you know, 1.5 cups for every 3 gallon. That gives you a root start, because what are the roots going to do now? They're going to grow, so we want to get that fertilizer in there for them. And then we'll cut this down probably sometime in February, and then we're going to have a beautiful plant come spring. Well-established plant, you know. So.
All right. Anything else?
I don't think so. I just hope we get to see everyone come out, you know, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for us. I mean, it would be, you know, really big to be able to close out the season. We still have the specials on the soils and the land and seed. That has been a big draw for folks. They have bought 5 pallets of that so far. So it's rolling, doing a really good job. Folks that understand it come and buy it.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. So absolutely. So come see us Wednesday through Saturday. This is the last weekend only that Creekside is going to be open for the 2022 season. We will reopen mid-February. The 5 videos a week will still be headed your way, so don't fret, my pet. We will still be here.
And somebody, please come get this rose before Jenny plants it.
See, that's the thing. We close on Saturday, and then all of this is fair game for Jenny. Because I say,
still have landscape.
Whatever. It did not sell. So I am really doing the plant a favor by putting it in our gardens, as opposed to making it sit outside in the winter, all winter long in its can. So
yes.
I'm just doing the plant a favor. So,
but that's a key point there, you know, is that it's like, this is crazy. So, but this is a key point in that they're going to sit out here all winter and they're going to survive in the pot above ground. And so they will survive at your home in the ground.
Yeah, they're more insulated in the ground than in the pot.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can go ahead and, you know, close it up this time maybe.
Yeah, I will try. I mean, he just led me right into it, right? I mean, I couldn't help but not say it. Same thing for Unique Stone. Those Unique Stone pieces, fair game. Soon as Saturday afternoon at 2:01.
No.
Come to mama.
That is inventory for next spring, because that truck will not be here when it's supposed to be here.
All right, y'all. It's late afternoon. We need our coffee. We're getting a little chippy around here. We love you. We appreciate you. As always, thanks so much for growing with Creekside. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, friends.
Wait, is it on?
Yeah, I just turned it off.
Okay. Is it going?
Uh-huh.
We're going?
Yeah.
We're ready?
Uh-huh.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you sure?
I'm ready.
He's ready. Okay.